I swallow them and double honors to the elders GMS. I'd like to call them up, you know, giving all praises to how Bashim Shai. And we're going to be touching on a variety of topics, right? Touching on, stuff that's going on in the world right now. The fact that this man is pretty much, about to come down with his, with his wrath right now. Right, and he's giving you, he's giving you the reasons for you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans to start acting up right about now. All right, and now you have to where Nate's coming out on these, and I believe, I watched the video a little bit. I believe, he's on some, they recorded his thing and all that. He basically did a documentary on IUIC and where he could completely water down the whole truth, man. Right, Most High's not coming out here for us to be all bent out of shape and all of that, man. Most High said when we're gonna come out here, we're gonna come out here bold, right? And excuse me for sorting myself up, I got myself sorted, right? Pretty much we're gonna be touching on the variety of topics, right? I mean, cursing out with quite a few people, man. Right, and people are gonna be offended, they're gonna be offended. But at the end of the day, the Most High wants this word to come out a certain way, right? And what did he say? Let's, you know what? Just on the fact that I said that this is Hebrews, the 4th chapter, and Hebrews 4 and 12. It says, "For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword." So, man, I ain't gonna water this truth down, man. If I know it's gonna cut you, it's gonna cut you. That's because you're going off, man. And especially these people that walk around in this world thinking that their world is gonna last. Right? And this word goes out, it's supposed to be cut. Your kingdom's going to be destroyed. Your financial system is breaking down. And the Most High is going to set up a kingdom that's never going to be destroyed. And it's going to be given to the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, which are the same people that you hate so much, that you despise so much. Right? That's why the scripture says it here. "For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to dividing as the soul and spirit, and the joints and marrow." So he goes to cutting that deep, man. Cutting down to as deep as the joints and the marrow, man. Right? That's why I do say you're getting cut right now, man. And what Nate was pulling out, that wasn't cutting nobody, man, because that was the watered down version of the truth, man. The elders ain't gonna do no watered down version of this truth, man. Right? Sometimes it be cutting me, trying to get so I can get my shit together. Right? That's why it says it in the scriptures in 2 Peter the 3rd chapter, man. It's supposed to be in a perpetual state of hastening the day. Right? Now let's go back into the scriptures. It says, "For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful, sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to dividing as the soul and the spirit, and it's a discerner to the thoughts and the intents of the heart." So the scriptures, when they be coming out, man, they're supposed to be put you in a certain way, man. Right? For instance, let's jump to Amos, the 9th chapter. Right? This is Amos, the 9th chapter, and the 8th verse, and it says, "Behold, the eyes of the Lord power upon the sinful kingdom." So the fact that the Most High is watching all of these wicked acts that's being committed, man, right? These wicked acts that are being committed throughout the four corners of the earth, man, right? That should be cutting people, right? And more so than that, it says, the Most High, "Behold, the eyes of the Lord power upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth." Right? There ain't no two ways you can cut that way, man. The Most High is going to destroy it from off the face of the earth. The Most High is going to just do away with this kingdom, man. Right? Ain't going to be no new peaceable society where the Most High is going to set it up, man. It's going to be, we're going to completely take you people over, man. Right? There ain't no sweet way you can tell this truth. Right? The Most High is going to destroy your society, right? And he's going to raise up the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, not peaceably too, as we're going to see in the scriptures. Right? It says, "Behold, the eyes of the Lord power upon this sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. Saving utterly, I will not destroy the house of Jacob." So the Most High said, after all is said and done, I'm not going to destroy the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. After all the captivity that that's why it says in Joel, the 3rd chapter, "Then will I bring again the captivity of my people, Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans," meaning basically to take them out, take us out of this captivity that we're in, right? That's why he said, that's why he named his son the Savior, because he was going to save us, right? By putting them into a state of stability, because someone's going to build someone's kingdom, right? Right? That's just balance within that. Everyone can't be on the same level, right? So the Most High has always set it up that there's a group of people on top and there's a group of people on the bottom. And right now, you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans are the group of people on the bottom. But when the Most High sets it up and we're in our own estate, guess who's going to be at the bottom, man? Right? It's going to be you Edomites, man. right? And that's how Nate should have brought this thing out, man. He should have told this guy to his face that he was gonna be the one in a captivity. But like I said, I ain't seen the whole thing, right? And from the gist of what I saw, man, it was all sweet and sugar coated. Like the brother that sent the video out, man, he basically said, you know, sweet people, you know, sweet Israelites eventually bring out the sweet truth, man. Ain't no sweet thing about this truth, man, right? And it says, behold, the eyes of the Lord power upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving utterly, I will not destroy the house of Jacob, right? And then one word he kept on saying, man, when the Lord comes back, there's gonna be peace on earth. Ain't gonna be peace for 1,000 years, man. Right, these heathens, man, that have done perpetual hell on the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, they gotta catch their own bit, man. So the Most High, so these people know the name Yahweh, man. Right, so you know the Most High was with the people, the Israelites, the princes of the power, man. So they didn't know who the real Israelites are, man. Now this is Zechariah, the 13th chapter. Find it real quick. This is gonna be Zechariah. This is 14 and 12, right? And then I can, in fact, let's start at 13 and 8. This is Zechariah 13 and 8. It says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land thereof, the 2 parts thereof shall be cut off and die. Now that's a scripture that we bring out all the time. And why is the reason I brought that out? Because the people that have been bringing out this sweet version of this truth, namely the 14th street Israelite, right? And Nathaniel 7. Like I said, man, I ain't watched the whole video. I watched like 6 minutes of the video that was set out of part 3, right? And all I could see was a more peaceable. I don't even know what the recording was. All I know that wasn't the truth, man. That's not the word of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, man. Right? It says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land thereof, saith the Lord, 2 parts thereof shall be cut off and die, but the 3rd that shall be left therein. So that's what the Most High is planning to bring to his own people, right? Like the scripture says, begin at my sanctuary, right? When you go to let's go to Ezekiel the 9th chapter and the 4th verse, right? Because that touches on topics that are relevant to today, right? This is Ezekiel the 9th chapter and the 4th verse, and it says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, go through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst of it. So the Most High set it up that Ezekiel was going to go out and he was going to complain about the wickedness that's going on in his kingdom. And that's what the men of the Lord is doing right now, man. They're complaining about all of this stuff that's happening on the, with these dudes, man, these effeminate men, right? These homosexuals are out here, man. The Most High is going to destroy these dudes, man, right? And it says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, go through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst of it. And that's how the men of the Lord are before they came into this truth, because they be sighing and complaining how the whole church system is messed up, how the whole society is messed up, right? Why are we always the first, the last higher and the first fly, right? Things that pertain to the truth, man, because we're sighing and crying for all the abominations that be done in this kingdom, right? Right, it says, and to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the midst of the city and smite. Right, so after the number has been sealed, right, after all the men that sigh and cry for all the abomination, or after all they have been converted to the truth, right, pursuant to Proverbs the 1st chapter and the 20th verse, where it says, we can cry without, right, and the Most High says, I'll turn you at my reproof. So we're the men that turn at the Most High's reproof, man. Right, because we got cut by these scriptures, but as opposed to barking up against the truth like the 14th Street Israelite does, like Nathaniel 7 does, right, we hearken unto the word of the Most High. Right, it says, and to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the midst of the city and smite, let not your eyes spare, right, neither have pity, right, nay, have pity, man. Right, and that means to say when the Most High is going to come on the scene, he's going to have pity on these Edomites, man. Right, and then you have it to where the 14th Street Queen, he's basically saying that Edomites can be saved, man. Right, if Cornelius is not an Israelite, he's basically saying Edomites can be saved, man. All people that are like, they're basically saying that Edomites can be saved, man. Right, the Most High is only dealing with the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, right, which are the true Israelites, the true people of the Most High. Alright, it says, and to the others he said in mine hearing, Go ye after him through the midst of the city, and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have pity. So the Most High said, have no pity, man. Right? Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and both women, right? So even the women are gonna get destroyed, like it says in Micah. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, man, and she shall be trodden down like the mire in the street. And that goes to the so-called Negro women, man. Right? It says, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women. But come not near any man upon whom the mark is. So don't come upon any man who the mark is, which is this truth, man. Right? The understanding the understanding and the wisdom and knowledge that comes off of this truth, right? And begin at my sanctuary, right? And they began at the ancient men that were before the old house. So like it says, they began at the destruction of the Most High, right? The cleansing of the scriptures by way of the scriptures began at the begins at the sanctuary of the Most High, and you can see it amongst the people of the Most High. They find wicked men, man, right? Like Nate, man, right? Who has this peaceable way of approaching his truth, man. And more so than that, these Negroes that follow the way the ways of the society fully, man. They are fully indoctrinated in this society, like it says in the scriptures, man. Love not the world, neither the things that are therein. Right, because all that's in the world is lust, abomination, and all of that, man, and that all perishes, man. And if you're all up into that, you're gonna get, and this be cutting you, man. You gotta get out of that, man. Right? Now this is Zechariah the 13th chapter and the 8th verse, and it says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, two parts therein shall die, but the third shall be left therein. And it says, I'll bring the third part through the fire, which pertains to us, and pertaining to and the precept to that would be Ecclesiastes, the 2nd chapter, where it talks about my son, if thou come to serve the Most High, prepare thy mind for temptation. Because we go through all kind of hell out here, man. Seeing what's being done in this kingdom is hell for us, right? And then the people that are supposed to know this truth come out here and bring you the sweetened version of, man, life ain't pretty right now, man. Life's not pretty right? It says, and I'll bring the third part through the fire, and I'll refine them like silver is refined, and try them as gold is tried. And they shall call upon my name, right? So we can call upon the name of the Most High, man, right? Right, so they shall call upon my name, so we can call upon the name of the Lord, right? With one consent and with one, as one body, speaking all the same truth, right? Like the Lord said, the Lord is very meticulous, man. The Lord wants it to where, the Lord wants it basically to where the whole house of Israel speaks of one truth, man. Right? They're all of one accord, man. It doesn't vary from group to group. And if you see all of these guys that come up against the children, the men of the Lord, the GMS, right? Their doctrine varies from one camp to the next, man. They ain't consistent, right? Most of them, they don't come out here when it's cold, and they're not diligent in their work, man. And I know I can attest for myself that the men of the Lord, the GMS, man, they're diligent men. Right? It says, and I'll bring the third part through the fire, and I'll refine them as silver is refined, and I'll try them as the gold is tried. They shall call upon my name, and I'll hear them, and I'll say, right, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power. So that's what we're gonna say. Now let's go to this is the one I was going for. This is Zechariah the 14th chapter and the 12th verse. Right, this is Zechariah the 14th chapter and the 12th verse, and it says, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Most High shall smite all the people that are fought against Jerusalem. So all the people that rose against the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, right? The Most High said it to where this shall be the plague that's going to hit them, right? And their flesh shall consume away whilst they stand upon their feet, and they shall and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongues shall be consume away in their mouths, right? And that's basically describing the ICBM, because that's what's coming to this kingdom, right? All right. Now let's go to Matthew the 30th, the 10th chapter and the 34th verse. You know what? Let's start from the 5th verse and we'll jump around a little bit, right? Now, this is Matthew 10 and 5. It says, "These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go into any city of the go into the way of the Gentiles," which is talking about the Gentiles, basically talking about the castaways, the ones, right, that the Israelites didn't know they were Israelites, basically, and into any of the city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost children, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So we're supposed to be finding the lost children of the Most High, man. Lost Israelites, man. Right? Like it's like you know, like we always bring out right across the world, like the elders always bring out across the world, and the brothers across the world bring out, right? Israel was dispersed throughout the four corners of the earth by way of, you know, you have children, you know, Israel gets it in, man. Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans get in, man. So you're gonna have children all over the place, right? And that means to say that you're gonna have Israelites that are gonna be in all of these different countries. It says, and as you go, preach, saying, kingdom of heaven is at hand. Meaning basically, you're gonna warn these people that they're gonna get their act together because the Most High, the kingdom of the Most High is at hand, man. And it says, heal the sick and cleanse the lepers, right? That's what like the elders brought out, man. That's what they're doing, man. They're healing the sick right now by way of these scriptures, right? And it says, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, right? Going back to Ezekiel the 37th chapter, where it talks about, is it 37th chapter? I believe it's Ezekiel the 37th chapter where it talks about the dry bones, right? And the bones were very dry. Also in fact, let me put it out in Revelations. This is Revelations. The 11th chapter and the 8th verse, it says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the great city, right, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified, right? So in America is where the name of the Lord was crucified. It was taken away from the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. And they, the people, kindreds and tongues, and shall see their dead bodies 3.5 days, and shall not suffer their bodies to be put in graves, right? And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice and make merry, right? And send gifts one to another, because of the two prophets tormented them that dwelt in the earth. And after 3.5 days, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, right? Which is what's the spirit of life? Going back to St. John 6:63, right? The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit, right? And they are life, right? Which are the words of Yahweh Shai, of which he comes in the volume of the book. So any section of this book is the word of the Most High, man. From the destruction to the salvation, right? So rather, most from the destruction of the Negroes, of the Edomites, right, to the salvation of the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, man. That's all the ways. That's all the word of the Most High. And as we're gonna see it, man, the word of the Most High is quick and powerful, man. It's sharp, right? It's gonna be cutting, guys, man. Certain dudes are gonna be offended at the word of the Lord, as we're gonna see in the scriptures, man. Because the Most High is coming with an almighty brutality, man, right? And it says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of the Lord, the spirit of life entered from the Most High into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon all of them which saw, right? So as we stand out here pushing this truth, man, great fear falls upon this people, right? And the same thing is seen in Wisdom of Solomon.
Lots of good facilities. Just the options he has as a result.
Right, it's the Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before such as afflicted him and made no account of his labors. And you don't see no other one, you don't see no other people standing for this truth boldly as the men of the GMS, right? Do so. Of which there's going to be other camps that are going to be, they're going to be of the elect, right? They're not even going to necessarily come under the name GMS, right? But they're going to be standing stiffly for this truth. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as afflicted him and made no account of his labors. And when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. So these people are going to be amazed at the strangeness of our salvation, man, because it's going to be by way of those so-called UFOs. Right? It says, so far beyond that they look for, they repenting and growing for anguish of spirit. Why they going to be repenting and groaning, Nick? Right? Because the Most High ain't dealing with them. The Most High is going to come back to destroy them, and at the same time he's going to raise up the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. It says, they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this is he whom we had sometimes in derision, a proverb and a reproach. Right? That's how we had that. That's how these people had us, man. That's how these people had the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. They had us as a proverb and a reproach. Right? We fools account his life madness and his end without honor. Right? How is he numbered amongst the children of the Most High and his lot amongst the saints? Therefore have we erred from the truth, and the light has not shined on us. Right? And the sun of righteousness has not rose upon us. Now let's go back to Matthew the 10th chapter and the 7th verse. And it says, "Go ye, and as ye go, preach, say it, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead." Right? And that's what the Most High is doing, like as mentioned before. The Most High is raising the dead off the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. Right? And cast out devils. And that's what the Most High did when he, when we came into this truth, man. Right? Because we have all kind of demons, all of these worldly aspirations and so on and so forth, of which you're gonna put the vast majority, if not all of those, away once you come into this truth, man. Right? And it says, "Cast out devils, and freely as ye have received, freely give." Right? Now let's go to the point, which is the 34th chapter. It says, "Think not I come to send peace on the earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword." So the Most High didn't send his son, right? His only begotten son to come and send peace upon earth, man. The Most High send him forth to bring destruction. And we're going to see it in the scriptures when he comes back the second time, he's going to bring destruction on these Edomites, man. Right? Now this is Isaiah. This is Isaiah, the 63rd chapter, speaking on the return of the Lord. Right? It says, "Who is this that cometh from Bozrah with dyed garments?" Who is this that cometh from Edom? And what's Edom? Right? These people, the so-called rulers of this world, man. The red child, man. The Rothschild and DuPont and so on and so forth on down, man. These elite banking family, so-called elite banking families, and all that's affiliated to them. That whole line of people, right? It says, right? "Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah, that is glorious in apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength?" Right? So Isaiah, the man Isaiah, saw a vision, and he saw a man traveling in the greatness of his strength, right? And he was seeing a vision of the Lord, right? Traveling in the greatness of his strength. He says, "I that's speaking truth." That's right. "I that's speaking righteousness, might to save." And who's mighty to save? Right? And by the name we know who that is. That's the Lord, man. That's the Lord Yahweh Shai. Right? And it says, "Wherefore and this is Isaiah speaking, "Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel?" It says, "And thy garments like him that treadeth the winepress." It said, "I have treaded the winepress alone," right? And when the Lord comes to destroy the people, he's going to destroy them alone, man. Right? It says, "And of the people that was none with me, for I will trample them in my anger, and I'll trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I'll stain all of my raiment." So that's the manner the Lord's going to be coming back in, man. That ain't no pretty sweet thing, man. That's not peaceable, man. Right? The Lord ain't coming back peaceably, man. Right? He ain't coming to send peace, man. He came to send a war. Like scripture says in Exodus the 15th chapter and the 3rd verse. Right? The Lord is a man of war, man. The Lord, Yahweh is his name. Right? It says, "And of the people that were none with me, for I will trample them in my anger. I will trample them in my I will tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all of my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemer is come." So that's the mentality that basically you're gonna be in, man. Right? Because when the Lord sets it up, and if you're on the right side of the Most High, you're gonna be the ones that are gonna be implementing some of this judgment, man. All right? It says, "For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. And I looked, and there was none to help me, and I wondered, and there was none to uphold me. Therefore hath my own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury upheld me. And I'll tread down the people in mine anger." So he's going to tread these people down in his anger, man. Right? "I'll tread down the people in mine anger, and I'll make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the earth." Right? So that's the way the Lord is going to be coming back. Right? But prior to that, let's go to Isaiah the 13th chapter. I believe there's a few good points in that. Right, this is Isaiah the 13th chapter. It says, a few good bits. It's good anyway, I'll read it anyway. Yeah. It's Isaiah the 13th chapter, the first verse on down. It says, "The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see, and says, Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand." It says, "That they may go into the gates of the nobles." It says, "I have commanded my sanctified ones, and I have called my mighty ones," right? my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in mine highness. Right, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people, a tumultuous noise of kingdoms and nations gathered together. So as mentioned in the scriptures before, right, the Most High ain't come to send peace, man. He came to send a sword, and that sword is the destruction, man. And how is the Most High going to implement those destructions? Going to bring all of these people together into one place, and into a place called in the Hebrew tongue the Armageddon, man. Right? You know why it's so noisy today, man. Right, it says, right, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people, a tumultuous noise of nations gathered together, and the Lord of hosts mastereth up the host of battle. Right, and it says, they come from a far country, from the end of the earth, even the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Right, so these weapons are gonna be coming from China, man, when they come to hit America. Right, they've already developed the technology. All that they need is an excuse to let the missiles off, man. Right, and you know them Russians will be looking for an excuse, man. Right, because them Russians don't like the Americans, and really the whole world don't like the Americans, man. The American people, because they come into it like it says in the Malachi, the first chapter, it shall be known as the border of the wicked, man. Right, because wherever Esau goes, he spreads his wickedness, man. He spreads his government structure, right? And he basically breaks down the people, man. Right, he breaks down the whole people's social morale, man. Right, and it says, "How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand," right? And it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty One. So ain't nothing peaceable about that, man. Ain't nothing peaceable about the Lord saying basically, "How are ye, man?" Right? Because his destruction, his return is going to come as a destruction, man. Right? It says, "Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth, and they shall be amazed at one another with their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel, with wrath and fierce anger." Right? So the Most High said he's going to come back in wrath and he's going to be full of anger, man. Right? That's how the Lord is willing to come back, man. Right? That's how the Lord is coming back, man. He's coming back it says, "Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both in wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and they shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it." Right, and it says, the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light, and the sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause us light to shine. And why is the moon not going to cause us? What the hell is happening today, man? Right, and why are you not going to be able to see the sun and the moon, man? Right, because you're going to have all of this nuclear shortfall, man. You're gonna have what's known as your nuclear winter. You're gonna have the dust basically stopping the smoke and the dust, basically stopping the light from the sun, and the moon from penetrating through. Right? It says, "For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light, and the sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I'll punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I'll cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I'll lay low the haughtiness of the terrible." Right, so all of the pride that Esau has right now, thinking he's gonna escape the misery that's gonna shortly before him. Right, the Most High is gonna bring all of that pride and that arrogancy down, man. All right, it says, "And I'll cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I'll lay low the haughtiness of the terrible." And this is pertaining to the Israelite man. It says, "And I'll make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man the golden words of Ophir." Right? "Therefore will I shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of the place." So when these missiles fall, it's going to be like the earth is shaken out of her place, man. Right? Because they're going to be falling all over the place, and the ground is going to be perpetually shaking, man. Right? And it says, "Therefore will I shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place, and the wrath of the Lord of hosts in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as a chased roe, and as the sheep that no man taketh up. And they shall every man turn to his own people and flee everyone into his own land. And everyone that is shall be found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Right, so everyone that's joined unto America is going to be fought by those ICBMs coming from those Arabian countries and from Russia and from China, man. All right, it says, and everyone that is joined unto him shall be thrust through, and everyone that is everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto him shall go by their sword. And this is the point I was getting at. It says, and their children shall be dashed to pieces, right, and their eyes before their eyes, and their houses shall be spoiled, and the wives shall be ravaged, right? So ain't nothing peaceable about the Lord's return right there, man. Right? Let me read that again. Their children shall also be dashed to pieces, and before their eyes, their houses shall be spoiled, and the wives ravaged, man. So we gonna, man, when the Lord comes back, it's gonna be almighty destruction, man. Right? It says, and behold, I'll stir up the Medes, which is the Russians, right? Against them, against the Americans, which shall not regard their silver, and as for their gold, they shall not delight in it, and their eyes and their bows, right, which is talking about those missiles, their bows also shall dust the young man to pieces, and they shall no man have pity of the fruit of the womb, and the eye shall not spare the children, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans, the excellency of the Most High shall be the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency. She shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Right? So that's what it's going to be, man. We're going to remember it for a long period of time once that destruction is done, man. Right? It's going to be just like, we're going to remember it just like Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Right? It says, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall be it dwells therein from generation to generation, neither shall the Arabian pitch his tent there, neither shall the shepherd make his fold there. Right? For the wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, right? And their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and the owls shall dwell there, and the satyrs, right? So that once the Most High is done away with America, man, it's gonna be like a wasteland, right? But after all of this done come to pass, here's what the Most High said as pertaining to the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. This is the peaceable part about the scriptures, and it only pertains to the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, man, right? And it says, for the Most High will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel. So amongst all of this destruction, the Most High is going to yet choose the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right? It says, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined unto them, right? And they shall cleave to his and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Right? And who are the strangers? Those are the so-called outcasts, the Gentiles, man. Right, the ones that were once of the fold, but they by way of time, right, and by way of this man basically bringing us down, right? They didn't know if the Most High didn't look. They look like it says in the scripture, and there shall where in the land also where the Lord was crucified, right? Meaning to say that that name was taken away from us, making us Gentiles, right? Right? It says, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Israel. And then the people shall bring them, right, and take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord of servants and for servants and handmaids, and shall take captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So that's the future that's coming to this place, man. The Most High is going to set his people up, and once his people are set up, right, they're going to be rulers over their oppressors. Now let's see that in Revelations. Just in case you thought it was an Old Testament thing, in which the Most High deals with the whole volume of the book. It doesn't deal with one book, one side of the book. Right? Next is Revelations 13 and 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Right? Here is the patience and the faith of the saint. Right? So that's what we hope and pray for, man. Right? The Most High is going to raise us up. Right? And the Most High is going to have it to where the tables are flipped, and we're going to be rulers over our oppressors, man. Right? And let's see, I'm going to note made that this might be Jeremiah the 30th and the 16th. Right, This is Jeremiah the 30th chapter and the 16th verse. It says, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. So all of our enemies is going to be put in captivity, man. Ain't nothing peaceable about that, man. Ain't nothing sweet about that, man. Right? Ain't nothing worth shouting about for the heathen for that, man. They're going into captivity. They're going into slavery, man. Right? It says, therefore all they that devour thee, right, shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be spoiled. And that's the same thing we saw in Isaiah the 13th chapter, right, where it talks about, where it was talking about their wives going to be ravaged, their children going to be dashed to pieces before their eyes, man. Right? It says, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give thee for a prey. And let's jump to Isaiah the 58th chapter. And we can start from the top. This is Isaiah 58 and 1. It says, do ye indeed speak in righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Right? Yea, in your heart you work wickedness, and ye weigh the violence in your hands. Right? And that's talking about Esau and how he conducts his business, man. Because he's always thinking about wickedness, man, because it's sweet in his mouth. Right? And it says, the wicked is estranged from the womb, and they go astray as soon as they're born, speaking lies. Right? It says, their poison is like the poison of the asp. Right? They are like the deaf adder that stoopeth her ear, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. It says, break their teeth, which represents their power, break their whole power structure down, man. Break their teeth, O power, right? Break out the teeth of the great lions, O Lord. Let them melt away as the waters which run continually. When he bendeth his bow to shoot, let them be cut cut in pieces, right? As the snail melteth away, let every one of them pass away like the untimely birth of a woman, that they may not see the sun. Before your pots can fill the thorns, he shall take them away as with a whirlwind, both living and his wrath. And this is what pertains to us, man. It says, the righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. So we're going to rejoice. That's what's going to be peaceful, man. Us rejoicing over the destruction of these heathens, man. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked, so that a man shall say verily, he shall reward, so that a man shall say verily, there is a reward for the righteous. Verily he is the Most High that judges the earth. So the Most High is all about balance, man. It's all about bringing the judgment of these Edomites, right? And part of their judgment is going to captivity. Nothing peaceable about that. There's nothing what we did. Like also the scripture says, can two walk together lest they be agreed, man? Right? There's no agreement amongst that statement, man. There's no means of agreeing with your subject, man. Right? Now let's jump to the last precept, and this is going to be again in Revelations, the 2nd chapter and the 25th verse. Alright, this is Revelations 2 and 25, and it says, but that which ye have already hold fast until I come, and he that overcometh keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. Right? And as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken down, even as I have received of my Father. Right? So we're gonna break these nations down like the vessels of a pot, man. Right? And like I said before, man, I only watched a segment of the video before I came off the bus. I didn't get to watch the whole thing. Right? So I mean, I might have been a bit raw and a bit graphic in certain instances, right? But that's what the truth is about, man. And regardless of whether that was an appropriate response to the video I saw, I won't know until I finish watching the video, man. Like I said, I just came off the bus after watching a segment of it. You know, you gotta hold the camp out, right? But regardless of that, that's what's coming to this kingdom, man. Right? That's what the Most High is dealing with. The Most High ain't dealing with this peaceable approach to this truth, man. Right? The Most High, like we see in the scriptures, man, the righteous shall stand in great boldness before the faces of afflicted them. Right? We're gonna stand before our enemies, man. And then if and when the Most High chooses to, you know, to have mercy upon a certain man, right? Then that man, you know, the Most High is gonna set it up that the people that were scoffing against him, they're gonna look and wonder, man. Say, is this he that we had sometimes in derision, man? Right? But more so than that, the Most High is gonna, as the Most High slowly bring this kingdom down, we're gonna go into in a state of race riots and tension. All right? with it, and so on and so forth, man. Right? And then all of these, you're gonna have the martial law implemented, and that's when everyone's gonna go all out, man. Right? But Lord's willing, I'll be part of the elect, and Lord's willing, the brothers out there will be part of the elect. They're gonna be the ones that are gonna be doing some hella damage, man. Because the Most High is gonna change them and give them into those, give them those celestial bodies. But pretty much, that was hopefully an appropriate response, right? And say shout out, double honors to the elders at JMS, right? Honors to you brothers that be pushing this truth and sincerity, and I'll see you on the next one. Shalom.